Right.
Here is your reminder from Anna. Henry, feed the cats.
The stream hadn't started. Alexa, dismiss. Right.
I believe you. You remind me of another I knew, marked by forces beyond their control. The gods can grant power or strip it away, but so long as your will remains, you have the only weapon you need.
The gate is closed, as is Cazador. Cazador and his rite of profane ascension. An imperial soiree, attended by devils and spawn alike. A grand ceremony to honor one exalted vampiric master. And elevate him to an unfathomable station. To place him in a position of such esteem. The world will yearn to kneel and offer their necks. We will kill him, but there's more to it. Think about it. It sounds like Cazador, for all his evils, has gotten further than any of my kind ever have. He's on the verge of a miracle. If the time comes and I can stay one move ahead of him, I'll take his place before his blood can hit the floor. Let's find out more about the ritual before we waltz into Cazador's front door. If we track down my old comrades, the other spawn, we may discover more and be finally positioned for yours truly to ascend. You're too adorable. I'll be fine. I'm sure they'll bring back memories of so many pathetic years, but I'm much stronger now. If we don't find my brethren, they'll find us, likely with bared fangs. We should get to them first. Then we can make their pretty tongues talk. Unless Cazador has changed their orders, they'll be in the dens of this town, seeking prey.
Right, anyone else to talk to?
Light on my feet.
Painful truths have been thrust upon Shadowheart. I believe she is strong enough to endure, but her path will be easier with our support. I've been unfair to you. I've had unrealistic expectations of your character ever since I joined you. But honestly, you've surpassed even those. Seemed my faith was more than well-founded.
Here goes nothing.
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. It will take but one order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the astral prison and the mysterious visitor inside of it. With his help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest, orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. And what then? You are prone to impulses as uncontrollable as the gods themselves. Will you even have a say in what you do? Will you liberate the true souls from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes? You will not have long to wait. All you need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
Hear me. Gather. The reckoning is upon us. The city thirsts for domination. March. Join my power.
We're under attack. Fight
dear.
your way to the portal. I need your help.
Got it.
Angry kid.
Victory awaits. Taking position.
On the victor's path. Making my move. Striking distance.
Enemies afoot.
I cannot falter.
Time to kill. Moving.
So much for peace. One day I'll catch a break.
Tadpole scum!
On the hunt.
Got to focus. Onward.
Come quickly. I can't do this without you.
Aye, aye.
I am fury. I am death.
I'm here. Help me. I'm under attack.
That hit the spot.
Thunderwave. I thought she had it. Oh well.
At the ready.
Friend of Gake, you will be cleansed.
Doing this for now.
go. These boots have seen everything.
Ow. Oh, sure.
It's not over. Come to the skull. Hurry. I can't hold them back alone. I need you. Now.
Yes, well, you're just gonna have to wait until I'm properly shielded, mate. Because I'm not walking into that
It's not over.
without armor.
Come to the skull.
Oh, shut up, moaning. Right, everyone's got magic armor. Marvelous.
The skull. Come to the skull.
I'm going.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Ah.
Might be useful.
Before you do anything, I am your ally. We are in danger.
Geek abomination! By the one true sky, what is this madness?
The Githyanki is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him, or everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my form deceive you. I am the one that's been protecting you. I am the one that came to you in your dreams. Help me. You saved the Asima Night Soul from her soul cage. You let me live last time you were here, though it brought Blackheath's wrath upon you. I told you about my room in the Elson Tavern that night when you held me. I was vulnerable. You comforted me. Your continued existence as yourself, and not a mind flayer, should be all the proof you need. Now, help me. The god. Destroy the god. prevent me from subduing their master. Do it now!
Aid an illicit against Githyanki? We cannot. We must not!
Your blind loyalty will be your undoing, Lae'zel. Fight with me for your own survival. Together, we can turn the tide.
I'm not doing it to help him. I'm doing it to help me.
I'm ready. I'll do it my way.
Swift and lethal.
Come on. Oh, you've left him with one hit. Damn.
Survival is all that matters.
Watch and learn.
I shall not yield.
move fast when I need to.
Let's have some fun.
Let's star and have a little snack.
Victory awaits.
Down.
What now?
What fools these mortals be.
And she's dead. Well, that went better than I expected it to go.
Thank you. That was too close. Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer, yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
It's obscene. To owe my life to a damned geich. No more lies, no more tricks. I will have answers!
It was necessary. Rare are those that would openly consider a partnership with a mind flayer. Even those who are on a path of becoming one. I was someone once. Someone just like you. An adventurer. I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure. To a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. For years, I served the Elder Brain. The one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my own city. I sustained myself on criminals. Unglamorous, but there are plenty of them. Rarely missed. and they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stillmain. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence, though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while, until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the Brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call the Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become. Indeed, his hubris knows no bounds. To enslave me, that was his nature. But to enslave an Elder Brain, a questionable decision. I shall look forward to sharing his downfall with you. Prince Orpheus, son of the first leader of the Githyanki.
Orpheus? Impossible. He was slain by Justil Kithrak himself.
Quite possible, I assure you. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive-mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus's mother to bring about the fall of the Illithid Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus's mother left, a usurper took her place. Vlaakith declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Vlaakith wanted his power, but Orpheus rose against her, and so she sealed him and his honor guard within this prison. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control. A very good question. One that I have been unable to answer. That Orpheus lives at all is ruinous to Vlaakith. She has done everything in her power to keep his existence a secret. That Gortash and the Chosen found out about it. This is impossible to explain. But it was important enough to them that Gortash sent me to retrieve it. The moment I found it, I felt a change. My free will returning. I followed the feeling inside, and found Orpheus. I realized what the prison was for. Containment. While my body was within the prison's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. Better yet, I could plan to overthrow them. All I needed to do was subdue Orpheus and find allies in the outer world. You. Most certainly Orpheus. He is a threat to her reign. Some Githyanki still revere him in defiance of their teachings. Vlaakith was safe as long as they believed him to be dead. But as you can see, he is very much alive.
I don't understand. The histories claim the prince was burned to ash in the skies.
Your histories are fabrications. The prince was not killed. As you can very well see, he was imprisoned. She kept him this way because she was reluctant to eradicate such power. Power that she might one day wish to take from him. If the Githyanki ever find out what she has done, there will be civil war. Blackheath will be finished. That would be a terrible idea. The moment he is free, he will attack you. Your only defense would be to kill him, and in so doing, he would doom us both.
Even though he is subdued, you feel Orpheus's revulsion. A pulsing hatred that cannot be contained. The Emperor is telling the truth. To him, you are just another wretched illithid.
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already a illithid. A sworn enemy, just like me. You are already more illithid than you realize. It has improved you. You seek to reverse an inevitable process. A process of evolution. When I first escaped from the Elder Brain, I too railed against the change. But the longer I have inhabited this form, the more it has grown on me. Even if my original body remained intact after I transformed, I would not return to it. Doing so would only impose limitations. As an illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You too should embrace this change. Like it or not, our chances of defeating the Elder Brain are substantially improved if you embrace your latent illithid potential. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole's life cycle, while continuing to preserve your independence.
No.
You have seen what I can do. Imagine yourself with the same strength, the same intelligence, the same devastating beauty. If you let me, I can evolve you.
No.
I understand. Let us hope then that your present self will be sufficient to deal with 3 gods of death and a giant magically enhanced Elder Brain. But in case you change your mind... look after it. Use it when you're ready to evolve. You or your allies. It has vitality enough for you all. But we mustn't lose focus. We need to resume our journey. You heard the Chosen. The Brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the Brain, and bring it under our control.
Well.
Do you mind?
What to do?
I'm not here for chit chat.
Always a pleasure.
So your mysterious artifact, Tamer of Parasites, is only another parasite itself. How do you feel? Knowing the cost of keeping your transformation at bay. I want to say yes. But then I was happy to work with a tainted true soul when it suited my ends. Illithids are monstrous creatures. But in the end, they are only that. Creatures. And if it can, a parasite will keep its host fat, happy, and safe. Until it is finished feeding, at least. Am I comforting you? I am not comforting myself. Use the Emperor as because it would use you. Or discard it. My days of doubting you are done.
How much further can I go? Let's have a look.
Attack my camp and they're not even carrying anything useful. I'm so nervous of that.
Orpheus, Gith's only son. He lives. It is not the Geich visitor that Vlaakith would destroy and Voss would set free. It is Orpheus, the blood of the mother, the prince of the comet. And even more powerful still. It said he could bring 1,000 Githyanki to their knees with one command. Listen close. The Emperor spoke only in half-truths. For you to know the tale of Orpheus, you must know the tale of Gith and of Vlaakith. Long ago, when we rose up against our Geich slavers, Mother Gith made for the Hells to secure an alliance with the Archdevil Tiamat. Tiamat gifted the Githyanki our red dragons. Gith remained in the Hells, and Tiamat's envoy proclaimed Vlaakith our ruler. The first Vlaakith of many. It is Vlaakith 157 whom my people now call Queen. Orpheus is Gith's only son. He led his mother's own honor guard in a coup against Vlaakith I. It was Kithrak Voss himself who slayed the prince in vicious battle, or so the Varshas teach us. Yet the Prince of the Comet's been with us, subdued by that repugnant Illithid. Should Orpheus go free, he would tear Vlaakith's empire to pieces and build new glory from the scraps. The seed and the sower. Every word Voss spoke, he spoke true. Orpheus is the living proof of the Queen's lies, and the living weapon that conquered our Geich slavers. One word from his lips, and the people would doubt. 2 words, and they would rage. 3 words, and they would bow to the true heir. If the Githyanki are to be free, the Prince of the Comet must lead the way. What about him? The historical slates describe Orpheus as a fearsome, terrible creature, powerful beyond measure, and enthralled by the Geich. So mad with power, he'd smash through the Githyanki Empire and deliver the shards to his Illithid masters. And glowing with such psionic force that he and his red dragon blazed a trail through the skies. A lethal comet careening towards my people. Lies, of course. Vlaakith spread a false image of Orpheus as monstrous betrayer, and her knights as the butchers who sliced him through. She was right to fear him, I'll grant her that. So great is the comet, it could shatter her reign. The Emperor may be loathsome, but it's right. Orpheus can disrupt a Geich hive mind. A talent like that makes the Prince a powerful shield and a powerful weapon. Why destroy a weapon like that, when you can contain it in a relic and keep it for yourself? A weapon is only an asset for as long as it isn't pointed at you. The means of Vlaakith's own end has been ripped away from her. Better to have Orpheus killed than to risk his escape. Better to risk the rise of Illithids than let the Prince of the Comet deny her the godhood she craves. Orpheus's honor guard, loyal to the end. Trapped by Vlaakith in the same prism holding their noble prince, fruitlessly hacking at the sphere that contains him. They see us as Geich, tadpoled husks in the Empress' thrall. I regret their deaths, but I pledge to live as they perished, in the service of Gith's son.
By Balduran's bones, this is a lot to take in. Let's see if I've got this right. 1, we've been carrying a mind flayer around with us this whole time. 2, it's been appearing as someone else in our dreams, cajoling us to embrace our new Illithid talents. 3, the mind flayer's been siphoning a Githyanki prisoner's powers to shield us from the Absolute's voice. Did I miss anything? How could I forget? One of Baldur's Gate's most distinguished figures, a Mind Flayer's ally. Sensational tales, aren't they? Almost unbelievable. With a narrator so unreliable, how do we tell fact from fiction? I can't pretend I have the answer, but I know the Illithid's right about one thing. It holds our fates in its talons. Until the Absolute falls, there's no getting rid of it. Worm's Rock Fortress. All travelers to Baldur's Gate flow through it. It serves as headquarters for the Flaming Fist, and their commander, my father. The Absolute's army's on the march. Gods forbid a tadpole Grand Duke throw open the gates for them. No, never. He did the only thing he could. In his eyes, I invited a devil into our midst. I was a fool at best, a traitor at worst. And Grand Duke Ravengard suffers neither. And I went and proved him right. A Grand Duke's duty is to his city, first and foremost. There would only ever be one outcome.
So,
There's been a mind flayer inside the artifact, or astral prism, the whole time we've had it. Sounds like utter madness, even though I've seen it with my own eyes. The more I learn, the less I understand just why I was sent to retrieve that thing. But it matters little now. I do not serve Shah anymore, nor the Mother Superior. The prism is no longer my mission. Saving my parents is. But I digress. Did you want something? My faith protects me.
At least things have stayed interesting. Can't slow down. Just what I need.
Hey, soldier. You saw the extent of Flo's friendship. She'll lend you a hand, long as she can crush your spirit while she's at it. I knew never to let my guard down around her. She always made me laugh, even when I least wanted to. If she'd been completely different from who she was, we might have been real friends. Nothing worth reading. Cambion manipulation at its most obvious. Thank the gods. And I do, every day.
So your confidant was a mind flayer all along. Disquieting, to say the least.
We haven't answered that question anymore. So just gives the same answer every single time. Right. Oh, that's the thing.
Oh, quite a rug pull, eh? A mind flayer manipulating us this whole time. Such creatures are not to be trusted as a general rule, though this one does appear to have had a significant hand in our survival up to this point. At best, an ally whose motivations remain shrouded in deceit. We should be wary of what such an alliance may cost us.
Right, okay.
One with the weave. Color me curious.
I can dump that. Equip that quickly now.
You peer inside the moon lantern. It's dull inside, like whatever made it glow has vanished.
need to be carrying that around with us, do we?
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Should mind my step. Always at your side.
So, we owe our lack of tentacles to one of the very creatures that kidnapped us. And now it's offering us power if we're willing to evolve. We both know what it is capable of, but I'm not touching it. Good. I wouldn't have anyway. I had nothing for so long. Nothing. Not even my own body. I will not give it up. Now it's mine again. Gods, you're beautiful. Can we? I suppose we can. There is nothing I'd like more. You are perfect. Every time.
That one.
Take you.
I've spoken to everyone who needs speaking to.
Let's see what this does.
Alexa, dismiss.
Action, not reaction.
There we go.
Still in control. Just... Never wanted the easy path. Need a little boost.
Something is different about Shadowheart. New facial creases, perhaps. A fresh battle scar I hadn't noticed. Bah, it eludes me.
I need a moment for the two of us.
Be honest. What do you think of the new look? Well, I'm glad someone does. Perhaps I'll get used to it. I have a lot to get used to right now. Honestly, I'm still surprised that we actually managed to defeat Ketheric Thorm. Perhaps a final victory isn't such a wild dream after all. How are you holding up? Don't be so modest. I can't remember the last time I met someone like you. Perhaps I never did. And never will again. On one hand, they seem useful. But on the other hand, or perhaps tentacle before long, we know where they're coming from, and what lies at the end of that path. I never expected Ceramorphosis to be tempting. I think we should resist these powers. There's simply too many unknowns for us to risk it. It's been known to happen.
Gods, Shadowheart looks like a stack of gold. Never thought I could get so excited about someone's forehead, but here we are.
I was concerned when I saw Shadowheart creeping about with a blade in the dead of night, but it was just to cut her hair, it seems. It suits her.
There's no more radiant sight than that of someone who's learned to love themselves anew. Shadowed in name, but no longer in spirit. It suits her.
Oh, we have a new look for a new Shadowheart. Nice as it is, she still doesn't have the best hair in the camp.
Hello. You are not food. You are friend.
It's so cute.
Nice here. The caves smell like rotting meat. Goblin cat smells like goblins. Yes, fun. Ooh, more.
Oh, it's so adorable.
Love Shadowheart's new look. Softer, less severe. It suits her.
Shadowheart walks a little freer of the shadows. She could shave her skull and paint it purple. It would still suit her.
Right. Here we go, entering Act 3.
We must find where Gortash and Orin have established themselves, and take their nether stones.
Worm's Crossing, the welcome mat of Baldur's Gate. This is it. I'm almost home. I won't lie. The thought hardly fills me with glee. Even with my newfound advantages, he's still an incredibly powerful vampire. But he's arrogant, too. If he does hear I'm back, he'll try to take me and expose himself in the process. Then I'll be able to strike.
Feel free to ask me any questions if you want.
Neither will I, darling. At least I hope you'll come along for the show. But regardless, the plan is simple. Find him, stop him from gaining almighty power, and then really enjoy killing him. And if I can seize that almighty power for myself, well, all the better. Us. I still love the sound of that. There is nothing I'd like more. I do rather like that, you know.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
The city is close now. My former peers will be watching, no doubt. Waiting for my return. We should do what we can to find them. What they know could help us.
Might never quiet.
No.
Watching gods. But I never thought I would be happy to see the city again. Much less to smell it. The Harper safe house I spoke of is on the bridge at Worm's Crossing. Danthelon's dancing axe. You think me lonely? In truth, I prefer travel in a small pack such as this. Unburdened by numbers, we're free to act rather than react. A little like the old days. With allies every bit as peculiar. Give or take a few tadpoles. Would you? In time, then. Perhaps once you found a rocking chair for me to doze off in.
Yep, robbing someone's campsite. And no, I'm not feeling the least bit guilty about it. But people are going to leave their stuff lying around.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Excuse me. I can't find my mum. She was sick. She had spots on her face and hands. She went to go get some herbs, and she was supposed to come back the same day. That was last 10-day, though. Wow. Thanks. My mum would like this. She's the best cook in the world. And she taught me, too. I'll look for her. I think she'll probably come soon. Thanks a lot.
One time we'll make an exception. As long as you stop sulking and start walking right now.
The possibilities are endless. What do you get out of this? Well, it's the right thing to do, isn't it?
Really need your
Everyone deserves the chance.
The place was empty. Keep those thugs away from my family.
Danuvia! Get these squatters out of my house now!
Arthur, sweetheart, you paid me and my boys to be caravan guards, not cattle wranglers. If you want us to get our hands dirty, it'd be our pleasure. But that'll be extra.
You shouldn't have to make people feel welcome in places they don't belong. I just want to remove these unlawful interlopers from my property. I can't let them stay here. What if the little brat gets into the basement? My basement? Oh, nothing interesting, just materials. I'm a craftsman, you see.
This man is definitely lying. And he's really hoping you don't pry any further.
Look, I have some very valuable components in there. I need to get that lot out before they damage something. Who do you think you are? Zenobia? People are lining up to break into my property. Do something about it.
You paid us to protect you and your high-quality merchandise on the road. And we've since arrived at our destination. As I said, anything else is extra.
Ugh. This is the last time I hire someone from the guild. Fine. Here's the extra. Finish the job. Now, please show this meddler some of that famous Rivington hospitality.
They were provoked. The
child was poking, prodding them while they were trying.
Poor fucker.
Gross negligence.
Hungry for the slaughter. This will do nicely.
Let's have a little nibble.
Time to strike. Make way.
Can't reach, damn it.
We shall carry the day. There.
Can't I?
On my way.
Battle favors the fearless. Watch and learn. May the dice roll in my favor. Step to it.
On the move.
Onward. Blades bared.
Oh, I haven't set her up with a bow. Or a ring, I need to sort that out.
Soldier.
With finesse.
I will ascend. On the move.
Oh, damn it, Lozelle!
I must not stop.
Forever dauntless. 2 steps at a time.
Let me recite their demise. Swiftly now.
What's the plan?
You still have time to surrender. Bring me into battle.
What do we do here?
Go for the throat.
Not asking for much, just a teensy investment to get me started.
All is ash and meat. I want to have a word.
All right. You won. You won. What more do you want from me? Duh. But if that's what it takes to get them out of my house, fine. Get on with it.
I see those animals are out of the picture. Can we stay now? Or are you going to turn us next? I don't want to take charity from some stranger. But I will. For the sake of my daughter, thank you. We'll get going as soon as we've got our things together.
Finally, those awful squatters are gone. I can feel everything unclenching already. I've got so much to do now, I'd really better get on with it. Excuse me, would you?
Nothing to do. You're going to hire all the refugees.
I have to keep going.
Cleaning, cooking, construction, the possibilities are endless. you get out of this?
I'm going to do something very, very sneaky.
Everyone deserves a stimulating time.
Everything you want for supper. All the treats your tummy can handle.
What are you calling this business?
Here we go.
Something over there.
Did they take my grandmother's candelabra?
Just a little singed, eh, Scotty?
With pleasure.
Did they have any idea how much a cleaner costs these days?
A trap. Someone doesn't like visitors. Let's be quick. Be careful. There are traps about.
This is a reminder.
Time for discretion.
Brush teeth.
Trap. How considerate. Oh dear. Someone's left a trap out for us.
Henry, here is your reminder from Anna. Henry, bedtime.
Traps. How considerate. Oh dear. Someone's left a trap out for us.
There we go. That's better.
The element of surprise. Oh dear. Someone's left a trap out for us.
All these lovely explosives that somebody's left lying around ready to nick. I think I'll just help myself.
Well, hello. A trap. Someone doesn't like visitors. Tread lightly. It's big, but still young. Heavens help the hunter if its mother caught them. Traps. How considerate. Hardly a challenge. Hardly the home of a sweet, generous soul. It might be worth looking into his donations. Who knows what he's been giving?
Let's have a look. See if there's anything else.
A little souvenir.
cellar.
Still
thoroughly
breathing,
raided.
despite everything.
Anything else? That?
Anything of use?
Bear traps under the windows next time. Where is my candelabra? Did they take my grandmother's candelabra? If they had any idea how much a cleaner costs these days. I go away for a few days and the place is ruined.
Best be on my way.
Look, I really don't have time to chat. I'm sure you can find someone less busy to listen to you somewhere. Sinister? Nonsense! Those are experimental toys, guaranteed to bring a smile to the face of even the unhappiest child. They're extremely precious, and you shouldn't be poking around in my workshop and tampering with them. Really? There's no this? And nothing to get to the bottom of? Bloody squatters. I should put bear traps under the windows next time.
What do you get out of this?
If I was a Sharon lookout, this is the sort of place I'd wait around.
Aldarians! Stand with me against this tide that threatens to overwhelm us!
Please just go home. You're ruining a perfectly uneventful posting with this nonsense.
The Flaming Fists are supposed to protect this good city, but they allow trash and vermin to take our homes and goods. Oh, another visitor, I see. Listen, we keep letting the likes of you in, soon there'll be no room left for any of us true Baldarians.
I thought cities were supposed to welcome folk of all walks of life. Clearly, I was mistaken.
My apologies. Now I hear you speak, I, of course, realise you're a local. Another bleeding heart. Piss off and take it elsewhere.
Young lady, Shadowheart, a word.
File a report, and I'm sure the Manic will deal with it.
I just lost a wager, thanks to you.
Who are you?
Someone who bet that you'd never be foolish enough to actually show your face in this city again. But here you are, and the gold in my purse is soon to take flight. There have been whispers about you, sister. About your faith, your loyalty, your company. I can't help but feel the strangest twinge of disgust as I look upon you. Is it true? Has Our Lady forsaken you?
I know the truth. I know my parents still live. Tell me where they are, and I have no quarrel with you.
I'm afraid the quarrel is unavoidable, thanks to you. Now I must report your reappearance. If you are intent on bringing matters to a head, then seek out the House of Grief in the lower city.
Tell me one thing. Is there someone called Renaud there? A tiefling with short horns and purple hair?
Renaud. Now there is a name I haven't heard in a while. He is no more. I'll leave the rest for you to find out. Heretic.
They're beggars and criminals, and we won't have them.
Worm's Crossing. We could be inside the city walls before long. And I could be back where this all started. Then that's where we need to go. My parents are in there somewhere.
Refugees can't stay here in Remington. We're a danger to all of us.
We've got diseases, and any one of them could be a spy for the Absolute.
I have something to ask.
Return to your homes. That's an order.
Donations? Do you know advice? The refugees. If you don't have anything to donate, you can get going. I'm gonna let you through because I don't want to take any risks. But you better not be lying.
I'm paid to take down troublemakers, so don't make trouble.
It's around here. Right, be careful. If you get too close.
Is everything all right, Manip Nestor? Sir?
You were right. Explosives. Now give me some room. I need to make sure the rest of these donations are safe. You try and find whoever is responsible for this. I thought this assignment was going to be dull. No such luck.
Refugees can't stay here in Remington.
Parker's got in his crate. I don't know. Then you want to be a spy for the Absolute. Nah.
You did me a real favor clearing all those ghouls out of Moonrise. That old bonebag Ketherick had some fancy junk stashed behind all the cobwebs and piles of gore. Didn't you? Figured we only got the scraps you didn't have the strength to carry. Would I try to fool a sharpie like you? Have a look.
Alchemist's fire. Yeah, I'll take those two.
Sharp as ever.
Right. There we go.
Stay away from trapped chests.
It's no wonder we're being replaced by steel butchers.
Oh, hi! If you're here to save me again, I don't really need to be saved right now. Good thing, huh? Bye.
Attention fists! Listen up. One more dereliction of duty, and you're all going on punishment. Got it?
All these people fleeing for their lives, only to be corralled like cattle.
I had it easy compared to the rest of you.
Well, she did. I mean, Kara's was always filthy.
You're all right. My gods, you're all right.
Come here, darling.
I was so scared I'd lost you.
Me too. But we're here now. Safe.
Credit where it's due. Bex, this is the one who helped me and the others escape.
This isn't the first time you've helped us. Saved our lives, really. Why? You make it sound so easy. But I know the lengths you've gone to on our behalf. We'll never forget it. Never, ever. Here. Take these for the road. It's the least I can do.
So, you survived. That's more than many of my kin can say. It's mainly anger that keeps me going. Zevlor was supposed to lead us, but he froze when we needed him most. I haven't seen him since the massacre on the road, which is lucky for him. I've heard Alfira made her way into the city.
Bards can talk their way out of trouble as well as into it.
She sent a message. She's at the Elf Song Tavern, hopefully making herself comfortable.
Glad at least one of us is doing well.
Let's go back and see Arthur.
I'm not paid to debate with civilians.
Have you found some place we can wash our clothes here?
Not these intruders!
I'm paid to take down troublemakers, so don't make trouble.
Where am I needed?
No one back home will ever believe this. What's up for discussion?
Haven't you got anything better to do with your time than harass innocent craftspeople? What? How? 9 hells. Whatever you think you know, I'm sure some gold would help you to forget. Please don't. What do you want from me? It's not my fault. I was forced to do this. Framed even. They would have killed me if I refused to rig the toys. And they're definitely going to kill me now. I can't tell you. I won't tell you. All right. Just don't hurt me. The teddy bears were an experiment. My greatest invention. A clever little device in their chest allows them to speak. But there's more. Smoke powder inside the device. I collect packages from Verloga's fireworks in the lower city and stuff the bears with it. Not because I want to, because I have to. Otherwise, they'll kill me. It sounds terrible when you put it like that, but maybe you can put a stop to this whole operation. I don't know who's in charge, but it starts at the fireworks shop. That's where the packages come from. Go there. Tell them Uncle Verloga sent you, and they'll show you the smoke powder. Lots of it. There. I told you what you wanted to know. Now, will you let me go?
His plea comes with an offering. A pass granting you access to the lower city.
You can't be serious. They'll find me. A cell won't keep me safe. They run this city. right, I'll go. But if I'm found hanging in my cell, it'll be on your conscience.
I do want to show.
One day I'll catch a break.
Calling this smooth business.
Cheap and cheerful. Refugees for hire. Catchy, right?
Gross negligence.
Mate, there is so much wrong with that name.
Now. You can see the city.
Alexis dismiss.
If my friend tries to get you to invest, kindly turn her down. She doesn't need the encouragement.
Think about if I hire the refugees, then I get cheap labour and they get coin. It's a good deal for everyone. Madam Lucretius is not asking for much, just a teensy investment to get me started.
Precisely how many red caps are missing?
What are you calling
Just told you. 6.
Keep a sharp eye out. Red caps are on the loose. One's deemed too violent to work. And not one of these circus folk seem bothered by it.
Just a man in a costume. When did you realize the red caps had escaped?
Paramides, one of our red cap cleaners, alerted me.
You won't need to.
He threw a rocket at me and said,
I have such a headache.
Sorry, you have.
You want to see Dribbles the Clown, don't you?
Circus.
Yeah.
Then let's go inside. Don't be scared.
What in the hells was that?
It felt like a bloody earthquake.
What's the rush, Sob? Can't we stay here for a bit?
Welcome, adventurer. I take it you're new to Rivington. No doubt you came here to choose from my fine selection of weapons. Yes, I seem to have it all. Clubs, swords, maces, bows, cutting and gutting galore. Why don't we see if we can find the perfect weapon for you? I provide a personalized service for my customers to make sure the weapon I choose is the perfect fit. Tell me, how do you like to kill? I see. Playing to your strengths. Keeping things simple. And when you kill someone, what do you feel? Killing holds no fear for you, does it? You understand what it takes and what it gives. One more question, if you'll humour me. Do you think you could turn your weapon on those closest to you? There's a killer inside you, isn't there? It wouldn't take much to push you over the edge.
Look at it, come crawling home, hands stained with the Bone Lord's soot. And you carry his stone. I've been watching, waiting, seeing how you lead your lamb skipping to the slaughter. I could end it now, but I'll be patient. Father will see us together again. He will see you bleed.
So Oren is a shapeshifter. How long has she been watching?
You! Try attacking me when my back isn't turned, you bloody coward. Don't dare lie to me. I saw you with my own eyes, grinning at me like some bloody imbecile. I'm gonna knock that smirk right off your face. Well, I'm sure it were you. I'm almost certain. Ah, God's be damned, I don't know. I'd have sworn, but my head's pounding. I don't remember. I need a bloody drink. Go on, clear off. I've seen enough of your face today.
City's rumour mill's going mad. Thieves, murderers, monsters. All hell's breaking loose.
Jobs everything. Me? That's terrible.
Are you joking?
You won't need to.
This is great.
We
Think of all the work we can get here.
No! That'll be the end of it.
You want to let those thugs get away with it?
Those thugs worked for the guild. They can get away with whatever they like.
Has nothing to do with his death. I swear it.
Here we be. Take me to my cherished Shira, and thy reward shall be plenty.
Please, in the name of the crying one, have mercy.
His adherents. Who would know if not us? We let more outsiders in, and more Baldurians die. Duke Stelnane, Father Lorcan, it's no coincidence.
Imagine fleeing to the city, only to be met with suspicion. The refugees face hardship at every turn.
We have faith here, Bill. Faith in people, no matter where they're from.
Who had more faith than Father Lorcan? How did that work out? Our high priest was harboring fugitives, and one of them murdered him.
Bill, I beg you, be quiet. Even sinners receive Ilmater's grace, and Father Lorgan knew that. We don't pick and choose who we aid.
I'll hear nothing more against Father Lorcan. I've nothing against Father Lorcan. Ilmater rest his soul. But his methods need to rest with him.
You're wrong about Father Lorcan's killer.
Enough, Yanis.
Look, investigator. Brilgor might have been a criminal, but he was no murderer. You're missing something. You have to be.
Enough, Yanis. Listen to yourself. You are defending a man who ritually slaughtered your high priest. The evidence speaks for itself. Brilgor killed Father Lorgan, then, be it out of shame or profane duty, offed himself with the same blade. Case closed, Sister Yanis.
Shitey little elephant. Oh, I apologize, stranger. Language like that hardly befits a rector of Ilmater. I suppose you're right. But the Crying One has much more on his plate than curse words, given what just happened here. It wasn't just Father Logan. 2 people just died on temple grounds. Our High Priest, Father Logan, and one of the new refugees, Brilgor. Investigator Valeria thinks it's a murder, and is content to blame Brilgor, the politically convenient target. Brilgor was a refugee. No one sticks up for them at the best of times, and with Gortash in power...
They make a fine target for the real culprit, too. Unlikely to be missed, where they weren't wanted to begin with.
Well, I expect the Flaming Fists will ban refugee aid now one of them's blamed for murder. Feel free to look around the temple. But fair warning, the investigator won't change her mind without significant new evidence. Valeria never found the murder weapon, so that could be a start. Anything disproving the refugee murder-suicide angle, really. Charette's caress would be my best bet. That's her usual haunt after closing a case. I can tell you where to find her, but she won't be very chatty, I'm afraid. Shira passed away last year. Peacefully, mind. We buried her in the crypt under the temple, if you wish to visit. I really hope you find something. For all our sakes.
Let's see.
The corpse regards you lifelessly.
Dwarf, dressed in red. Hiding Brilgor from fists. Must protect innocence. Ilmater's will. Took him to the tunnel with the rest. Oh, fool. Tunnels from the cellar. Refuge.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Well, so we know it wasn't Brilgor.
You should go.
Through here.
That's curious.
A crypt. This must be where Shira Claren is buried.
Here lies Flintster Sunseeker, born 1400 DR, died 1456
Sister
Shira Clawen, date of birth unknown, died 1491 DR.
Here it is, the tomb of the Amulet Spirit's granddaughter. Time for a family reunion.
Darling Shira, faithful to the crying god, long didst I wait, only to find thine empty flesh. Gone thou might be, alas.
Oh, lovely.
Honored Shira, her spirit hath fled, and her body but merely a husk. Swear I did to shed this foul mania and bestow it upon Shira. She was to endure, to suffer, as was her god Ilmata's wont. Who now shall bear the madness Shah has wrought on me, so I might no longer suffer? Oh, shall it be thou? Well, if laugh I must, let our alliance end on a lark. It's thy way.
Let's finish this.
The dance macabre. No holding back.
Victory awaits.
They're dying for me, all of them.
Battle of wits.
bred in tooth and claw.
Eternally cast then, my spirit be. No. Morning Lord, I call to thee, lend your forbearance. No.
I hate it had to end like this. A torturous fate by any measure. Very well.
There we go. You go to these shields, click on them, and lift them up. And that will open this door here.
That's curious.
What comes next?
What's next?
Okay.
Where am I needed? What comes now?
Ah, excellent choice.
Right.
This ought to be good.
No time to rest.
must whisper. Stealth is in order.
Better make my next move. On my way.
Why does Dolor?
Brethren in blood, tell them!
Nice and easy.
Time to strike. I smell blood.
This is my time.
Fleet of foot.
Allow me to demonstrate.
Incendium via. None can withstand nature's wrath.
What lies within? A foul assembly. No corpse should be subjected to this.
Always this same old song. Moving.
body parts. Is this some kind of display?
Alexa, done.
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
Alexa, dismiss.
Open up.
What's that?
What's inside? So much blood. Must be where Father Lorgan was slaughtered.
It's not enough. We have a gallery of villains to look out for, but now we could be infiltrated by a shape changer? I can't even tell if any of you are acting strange because you've been replaced, or because this group is full of weirdos. Darling, I thought you'd never ask. I'll see you tonight.
Glad to have an ally.
So Baal's chosen is a doppelganger. I should not be surprised. They have ever been among his favorite servants. Orin is testing you. Either she thinks herself a predator, playing with her food, or she fears what you might do. She spoke to you in a rather familiar fashion. More shapeshifter mind games, I suppose. Exactly. The last time I fought doppelgangers, the Baalspawn Sarevok was using them to subvert the city government.
Oh, hello.
Aid his
Sorry, I
rise
didn't
to
see
power.
that comment appear.
But Orin, he's more predator than politician, I think. She simply wants to make us feel hunted, isolated. Tell the Lordling that Orin is watching. Seems that Gortash and Orin have had a little falling out. We should leverage that.
Just a tiny little falling out. Nothing major. Only the fate of the world at stake.
That foul shapeshifter Orin is like a scavenger beast, probing us for weaknesses. Do not let her shake your resolve. I have. He speaks to me during my nightly meditations. He is well. And Oliver also. At times they are one, and at others they divide. Easier for playing, perhaps. And the land thrives also. I doubt you would recognize it. Perhaps one day, you and I can both return and see it for ourselves.
Pave my path with corpses. Build my castle with bones.
What's in the barrel? Torches. I do not need any more frigging torches. I have got torches coming out of my ears and other places. Stop giving me torches! Don't need any more bloody torches.
Another quake. What's going on?
It's the Elder Brain. There's something happening to it.
trust no one.
Disarm and pick the lock.
Easy.
Intestines throb, blood whispers.
Goodies.
Moving ahead.
Right. Who have I got with gust of wind?
Sylvanus' blessings.
Does he have that? No. Oh. Why does he not have gust of wind? Right. Let's get rid of that one and stick that one in its place. Might also get rid of that one. Spike growth.
Better move.
Watch yourself. I spy a trap.
Oh, come on! Could make that. Wrong again. Come on! There we go. Oh, now I'll get 30s.
Oh dear. Someone's left a trap out for us.
So you lot just run straight into the flaming blast mines. I am convinced my party are trying to kill themselves. Seriously, they are trying to die of stupidity.
Take you. Take you.
Right.
Wretched thing. Pull yourself together.
Oh, yes. So.
Let's get on with it.
The pride of the gate.
He's fine.
Oak Father, watch over your servant.
Let me work my magic.
How high?
Right.
Still alive, so that's progress.
Can't feel anything anymore. Like falling to sleep. In a bed of my own guts. Oh, come to finish the job. I picked the wrong fight. Ugh. I gave the bastard something to cry about, though. Ugh. By the gods, it hurts. Help me, please. I don't want saving. I want death. Get this blade out of me. Use it. Kill me. Kill me now.
Okay. I'm gonna go that one. Oh.
What are you doing? Stop! No! Ah! Ah! Stop it! That tickles.
I see how you slither closer, belly dragging in the filth. Father is laughing at you. Even with your head meat tumbled, you tickle and torture so brutishly. A blunt and tasteless slaughter. Oh, do not worry, slaughterkin. My blades are still sharp and sweet. They will greet you soon enough.
She's toying with me. What does she want?
Speak.
Orin toys with us where she could destroy us. Whatever her motivations, I hope she reveals them quickly.
I am ready. Moving.
Right, do not run through that smoke. Seriously, do not. I will be cross.
How delicious. Let's prowl. A trap. Someone doesn't like visitors.
Right, this bit is best approached.
Move unseen.
Carefully.
A trap. Someone doesn't like visitors.
Because that thing there throws lightning.
Decapitated, but still warm.
I've got a long road ahead.
No, I'm creeping for a reason.
That same ship was at Moonrise Towers, if I'm not mistaken. With haste. Looks like those two are about to fight.
Nobody messes with the Stone Lord, ratling.
Nine Fingers sends her love, arsehole. Your Stone Lord's a dead man walking. You, help me kill these arses. The girls will sprinkle you with gold.
You picked the wrong side, cock.
Slice them! Slice them now!
Boom!
I am fury. I am death. Make way.
You drunk.
Two steps at a time.
Let our enemies' corpses nourish the ground.
Another step forward. Here goes nothing.
Swords meet sorcery. Knight to King 5.
should not have eaten a whole block of stewed. Oh, I'm regretting that now. But it was so yummy.
Consider my hackles raised.
The guild owns this city.
Heading there.
What's next? Okay. One left.
On the move.
You did good, stranger. Someone had tried to slink away rather than get involved. They wouldn't earn the gratitude of the guild. A new flavour of scum that's been muscling in on our business. Agents of the Stone Lord. Lucky you. He's a newcomer to our delightful underworld. And he doesn't play nice with others. Of course! The guild always rewards good work. Now scram!
Hang on, I need to pause. Hold on, Henry. Hold on, just a moment. I need to pause my stream. son calling me to say night-night. He's with his dad at the minute. And asking me if I'd eaten anything. The answer is yes. I was very greedy about a block of Stilton because I have no self-control when it comes to cheese. Like, at all.
Walk in death. What's hiding here?
Then.
I should speak up.
Hi. It's me, Yenna. You remember me, right? You were really nice to me before, and, my mum hasn't come back yet. She might come later. I don't think she's coming. Could we maybe stay here?
What harm? She's little, won't take up much space, or make much of a dent in our provisions.
Yes! You've got a fire and everything. I can cook really good. Whatever you want. Thank you, thank you.
Is there something you want to talk about, my dear? Can we? I suppose we can. Can't get enough. I'm not surprised. I do rather like that, you know.
Well, are we ready for the road once more? Ask it. It was Baal alone we faced in our time. And, bad as that was, he had no elder brain for a lapdog then. Help won't come from the history books, or from any old tales I can spin you. This is your story to write. There. Have I fulfilled my role as your wise and wizened elder? What need, when it seems so intent on repeating itself? But stay this apocalypse, And I'll let you read my journals. Promise.
How we doing? Improved. 53.
Don't touch me.
Number 100.
Don't burn yourself.
Oh yeah, she didn't like
Sharp as ever.
What's next, I wonder?
Oh.
At the ready.
Action, not reaction.
Those three up there. No, those the ones that I don't need to work on approval from.
One true way.
Naughty, 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 little master. You have disobeyed your father's wishes one time too many. For she who fights with monsters should look to it that she herself becomes a monster. When you gaze long into the abyss also gazes into you. Another will embrace what you have rejected. And that other will be your death. But your father loves you dearly. You may re-inherit yourself yet. Slaughter your line. Become the last of your name. Lord Baal shall have but one chosen.
Memories flood back, snatches of your story written in the blood of 1,000 victims. Years spent in worship of Baal, leading his savage congregation in prayer, sacrifice, and slaughter. You were their master, and he was yours. A cruel master, a dread lord, a devoted father. All is as you feared. You are a spawn of Baal, his heir, his scion. You are not the last of your name. Not yet. There is another. The abomination wrapped in flesh you saw in the colony. Orin, it's time for a family reunion. But be wary of your confessors. Will friend turn to foe, knowing what you are? Tonight's troubled rest is, as ever, overwhelmed by your killing fate. You dangle above a dark precipice, one move away from falling. Another watches your body while it is possessed by the night. You do not dream alone.
Dark dreams? I think I can guess. Visions of blood on your hands. The blood in your veins, perhaps. For all the gifts Baal's children inherit, a peaceful night's sleep is not among them. The dreams alone do not concern me. It is what waking deeds they might inspire. Are you truly your own master? What is it you feel when father's dreams come calling? There is one certain way. I hold it in my hand. This is your father's true legacy. Not his children, but the fear they plant in us. The savagery it blossoms into. In another time, with another of your kind, we found a better way. I would dearly like to find it again. You are what you are, child of Baal. But that need not be all that you are. You would not be the first to turn the taint in your blood to your advantage. But there are barriers a Baal spawn must overcome first. Those of your kind. Orin. I am sure you already know that so long as she lives, she will never stop hunting you. It might be that you have to turn and face her. You cannot change that. All you can choose is how you meet her. As another bloodied child of Baal? Or as yourself? All I can offer is the promise that, should you choose to do so, you will not meet her alone. For now, take what rest you can. I will watch over you this night. I suppose you'll have your answer when you wake in the morning.
No more dreams await you in sleep this night. Only the warm knowledge that indeed you are not alone.
Vlaakith's will be done.
What a charmer.
Something's on my mind.
Well, are we ready for the road once more? Ask it. I am no expert on the matter, despite all my experience. But if anything I know can help you resist your father, only ask it. Not mad, no. Take Zarevok, for example. For as much carnage as he caused, there was always a cold calculation to it. He craved power, and his bloodline was just another path to achieve it. I saw that same bloodline turn to better ends than Baal ever intended for it. It was Baalspawn who threatened the coast, and Baalspawn who saved it. It is possible to go on to live a life outside your father's shadow. Yes? Your rancid father will try to twist your thoughts, as he did with all his children. The harder you resist, the darker your dreams become. Our camp was often roused by screams in the night back then. We learned to take them as a marker of pride. Even gods can be resisted. Baal was but the beginning. Be warned. A godspawn draws trouble like iron to lodestone. There will be crusaders who wish to rid the world of your taint, or jealous minds who believe themselves more deserving of the power in your blood. But happiness is not beyond a Baal spawn. It simply comes at a higher cost. Constant vigilance. Baal had his minions, certainly, but none that watched over their wards so diligently. I wonder if past experience has taught the great god to fear that another of his children might turn against him. A Baal spawn can sire children, certainly. Whether they should... There are things in our nature we might unwittingly pass on, yes. But I do not believe them stronger than the things we choose to pass on. If you are asking whether love and joy are beyond you, just because of the taint in your blood, no. They most certainly are not. Then you are wise. I will not mince words. If what you told me is true, you are already further under Baal's power than my old friend ever was. But so long as you fear that power, there is hope. Fear means you are not fully mad. Not yet.
Fucking shapeshifter. She'll try to break our best asset, our trust. Fortunately, she's no match for our second best asset, me. That's a heavy weight. I know you can carry it, but it's heavy all the same. You are so much more than your parents. You're more than the affliction that wants to consume you. You are my friend. And you get to choose your destiny. Choose well, all right? Please. He got his claws into me early. I was a wild kid, brawling my way through the city. One of my mates got wind of a bit of work guarding some indoorsy type with lots of enemies. Seemed like easy money, so I went in for it. He took one look at me and said I was perfect. I like that. Not like that, you know. Just... it felt like a good fit. I kept him safe and he paid me well. Well enough to move into a better neighborhood and put something away for the future. My future. I respected him, trusted him. And he returned that trust, that respect. His life was in my hands, and I took that seriously. The whole thing with Zauriel happened so fast. I had no idea what had gone down until it was over. One minute I was in Baldur's Gate, a happy, healthy, not quite kid. The next, I was burning up in Avernus with an engine for a heart. Zauriel laughed. Said she paid him well for my services. She'd wanted to test her new machine, and he said I'd be able to handle it. He was right. Sometimes I wish he weren't. Evil, evil bastard.
urges are calling on you again, aren't they? I haven't seen you sleep through the night once in the past days. Well, it certainly sheds some light on the sleepless night you spent tied up trying to slit my throat. Bloody hells. A Balspawn. Probably more Baldurian parents scare their children with stories of your kind than mine. I thought your kind was extinct. Goes to show. You should always check your facts. So, how are you feeling? Keen to reconnect with your family? Or ready to throw yourself in an oubliette? You know, I didn't realize you and I were so alike. I felt paralyzed to do anything about Cazador for so many decades. I gave up on myself. I gave up on any hope of escape after a few lashes. Mal controls you in much the same way. I don't know how you could beat him, but I do know this. You must try. The half-life of a mind-addled slave is worse than death. Don't become his. I wouldn't live another century as one for all the moonstones in Everesca. Can we? I suppose we can. Can't get enough. I'm not surprised. I do rather like that, you know.
Oakfather preserve you. You are a mortal child of Baal. Be careful with whom you share that fact. I hear many of your kind have met premature ends.
What's on your mind? A Baal spawn? Gosh. I know what it is to have a closer connection than most with the gods. But with Baal, that's not a bond I'd like to be bound with. We should be careful. Very, very careful.
Orin's little display was just intended to rattle us. We mustn't let her succeed, but need to stay alert all the same. I suppose that makes you quite remarkable. Though not in a way I'd envy, perhaps. From what little I can recall hearing of Baal's mortal children, not all succumb to his influence. Perhaps you can still resist your nature, if you want to.
I have battled great evils, been mocked by villains of all sorts. But Orin, she is beyond even Thorm. Her mind is twisted beyond recognition. What is she capable of? And where will she strike next? Hells. It explains so much. Listen to me. I knew another like you. Gorion's ward. One of Baldur's Gate's great heroes. Baal's blood ran through their veins too. They burned away their own darkness with their own inner light. They chose courage. They chose honor. And so can you.
Skvar! Burn away the shadows she hides in. Tear off her mask. And you'd reveal her for what she is. A shivering child. I'm not surprised. You've become death incarnate. Mighty, yes. And altogether unpredictable and intractable. One day, perhaps soon, Baal will demand your fealty. You'll either muster the strength to defy him, or you will succumb. I know how I'd choose. The air grows ever warmer, the hum of life within it louder. It may yet hatch, though not soon by my estimation. In its heat lives stimulation, and in its throbbing, exhilaration. An effigy of Githyanki future, incubated inside a fragile shell. Only if you want me to roast you over a campfire, using my blade as a spit. But it is true that I feel some manner of responsibility for this unhatched whelp. After we free Orpheus, we can revisit the matter. If the egg hatches beforehand, well, we will shield it from the Lich Queen's zealots. Whatever may come, I will not let Vlaakith poison the fledgling with lies.
Another step forward.
It is now 10:30. I've been on for 3.5 hours. So I'm actually going to end the stream because sitting in this chair is killing my back, and I've reached a good place to stop. Save here and end the stream. Save game. Yes. So thank you for